Hey, good morning, friends. The time is 9:17 a.m. That's right, Mountain Standard Time on the 10th of March, 2025. Now, of course, we know that that's the 11th for our friends on the other side of the planet there. That's right, it's a Monday for us, Tuesday for them. I hope everybody's doing great. How are you doing there, Australia? How you doing there, Melbourne? Now, I know there's not a lot of folks from Melbourne here today. There's not a lot of folks from Australia even in the group at the moment. We're going to get you back. You don't know it yet, but we're going to get you back. How you doing, folks? My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. In case you haven't been here before, there's a couple of groups by that name, but there's only one real one now, and that's this one, folks, and I'm glad you're here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Well, I woke up to a lot more snow than we expected today. We were told there'd be a centimeter of snow. Now, a centimeter, I think it's like 2.25 centimeters for every inch for our friends in the States, so it's very small. Centimeters this much. Well, we got like this. That's right. Those bastards lied to us. Yeah, I woke up with a dump of snow this morning, and yesterday, I know I'm in Canada, a lot of folks in the States, and a lot of folks around the world don't realize that we're not all parts of Canada are completely snowbound all winter. I live in Calgary. Calgary is in southern Alberta, which would be a cold place normally, and it can be at times. But we're also close to the Rocky Mountains, and from the Rocky Mountains going west, it's pretty much flat to the Pacific. So being close to the Rockies and not as far from the Pacific as other parts of the province, we get something called Chinook winds. So every once in a while it's going to be colder, and then the next day, you've got a weird cloud bank which is looks like an arch. They call it a Chinook arch, and we get these warm winds which are actually coming from the Pacific over the Rockies, and it raises our temperature up significantly over the freezing point. I say the freezing point because the freezing point in Celsius is 0, and I don't know what the freezing point in Fahrenheit is. So we had no snow as of last night. When I got home last night, or yesterday evening at 7 o'clock, there was no snow. When I went to bed at 1:45 to midnight, there was no snow. I'm talking brown outside, just grass, but no snow. Woke up this morning, snow. Not very happy. Well, I shouldn't say not very happy. I am very happy, but I wasn't happy to see that. We expected just a dusting of snow. They lied. So what are you doing this morning, folks? And what did you do yesterday? I'll tell you what I did yesterday. I know if you watch these videos that I had to rush out to work yesterday because I lost track of time because of the stupid time change thing, which is not necessary anymore. But yesterday I worked a Calgary Hitman game. It was the Every Child Matters game, which is a fantastic game. Be Brave, also known as Be Brave. And, so I worked that one. It was a great crowd. That team is on fire, by the way. The Calgary Hitmen, they're a WHL team. That's Western Hockey League, about 2 levels below the NHL. And these kids they're not kids. They're young men are really trying to hit the big leagues. So it's really competitive hockey. And this team is playing so well. Amazing goalie. The team is firing on all 8 cylinders, so it's just a great team. And they kicked butt yesterday against Brandon. So good game, really good game. And then after that, I came home and I just relaxed. I chose my jokes for today. I went through and I had emails from Mr. David Knapp. Thank you, David. So that's what I did yesterday. I went and picked my jokes, and then I just relaxed and watched YouTube. Had dinner, watched YouTube, stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Wendy, my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy, she made the greatest cake. It was a pineapple cake with I can't explain it. It's a pineapple cake with pineapple in the cake, and then there's pineapple in the icing. It's so good. I had a slice after dinner, and then after Wendy went to bed, I had another slice, and then it was so good I had a bigger slice. It was crazy. I mean, I didn't get big like this, not eating like that, and I really got to stop eating like that. But it's hard to when there's a wonderful cake in a house like that. Oh, so good. Thank you, Wendy. Love you. Oh, okay. And then we also heard from Melissa Carnahan yesterday. Melissa left a note on the video saying that she had some spaghetti sauce simmering on the stove that she was making, and it was going to be used for tortellini later on in the day, and then she was just going to relax. She was going to spend the day relaxing. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great day, especially for a Sunday, right? And let's see. I did hear from Rose Glad. Hey, Rose, how are you doing? Heard from Rose that, Australia. I heard from Rose that Hawaii doesn't do daylight savings time? Why would you? You're right in the middle of the sunny Pacific, right? I mean, oh my gosh, the sun's going down a little bit earlier today, but we had a sunny day. I don't think it should be done anywhere. We have electric lights. I think it's a foolish thing, and I think of course it's artificial, and it just messes with people's rhythms. That's me on the day after daylight savings time, so you know that of course I'm affected by that. But honestly, I really think it's antiquated and not necessary. But hey, who am I? I'm not a chronologist. So what are you doing today, my friends? I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I've got some laundry going on in the other room there. You might be able to hear it. I'm not sure if you can. It's a bit noisy because it's right next to us, the laundry room. And aside from that, once I'm done the video, I got to do some editing on the video and stuff like that. I have to contact Facebook/Meta support over that whole other group getting stolen. Something weird happened with what I had submitted to them, and I got to reopen that case. I'm starting to get to the point wondering whether I really should. But that's what I'm going to do today. Let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear it, my friends. You know, right now is where I would normally feature 2 great posts from 2 great members like you. And I'm still going to do that in this video, but I want to do something first. I want to throw a new wrench into the old gears. What's that? Let's hear about your favorite funny movie or movies. What's that movie or movies that you can go to anytime when you need a laugh? Doesn't matter how many times you've seen them, they make you laugh. It's that movie that you know is going to pick you up no matter what. I've got 2. I couldn't narrow it down to 1. So I want to hear about yours, and I'll tell you about mine. Now, nothing crazy here. I'll go with my first one, and this isn't in order of what's the most funny. I'm going to go in alphabetical order. It's just easier that way. Because there's 2, and they're both equally funny at this moment. Number 1. This movie has made me laugh since it came out in 1979, I believe. Steve Martin's The Jerk. I think this movie is pure funny. I think his character, well, you know, little things may not have aged well, you know, for our nowadays society kind of thing. That movie still is funny. That character is a pure character. You know, he's a character that's innocent. Even when things are going wrong, when he's doing crazy stuff, he's a character that's purely innocent. Only because all he wants to do is do good. You know, he just wants to do good. He wants to be something. He wants to make a mark in the world. And he's so stupid. Love the movie. I'm going to play one of my favorite little clips here. It's just a little clip, just taken out of context, but I'm throwing it up there right now.
The new phone book's here! The new phone book's here!
Well, I wish I could get that excited about
Nothing! Are you kidding? Page 73! Johnson! Maven! R! I'm somebody now!
That's just pure fun, my friends. I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't even explain why I love it so much. I mean, I saw it when I was a kid, pretty young, and so it kind of imprinted on me possibly. And I know when I first saw it, there were things I didn't even understand in the movie. And as I got older, I don't know about smarter and more mature, but as I got older, you know, I started understanding some of the more nuances. But even, oh my gosh, that movie was funny as a kid. It's funny as an adult. I just find that movie hilarious. If you haven't seen The Jerk, I highly, highly recommend it, my friends. Now, my second. And there's a lot of people out there that love this movie, so I'm not going to be surprised if people come back and say, oh my god, it's my favorite movie. I won't be surprised at all. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Another movie that I saw as a kid. Whole bunch of things that I never understood, probably, that I understand now. That movie is, you know, thinking about it right now, it might be my number 1 movie when I think about it, because it's a monument of comedy. One of the greatest movies. Look at the cast in that movie. The cast of Monty Python are possibly the funniest people that ever walked this planet. And there's nothing about that movie that isn't funny to me. In fact, I'm just going to show just a little tiny clip of the French Knights. All right, and here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You don't frighten us, English pig dogs! Go and boil your bottom, sons of a silly person! I'll blow my nose at you, so-called Arthur King! You and all your silly English kniggets!
I know it's out of context, and I know if you haven't seen the movie, maybe that's not funny at all to you, but it is to me, because I know the context. I was giggling watching it. So what is it, like 10 seconds I've got there? Those are my 2 favorite funny movies today. As of today, as of this morning. It could change a little bit, but those two are always in the top there. You know, another one that vies for that one spot, the one number 1 and 2 spot. You know, another movie that it's right up there in that number 2 spot, and it could even edge in once in a while that number 1 spot. For me, Bill Murray's Stripes. Stripes is so funny. Oh my gosh. What a great cast. What an amazing cast. I mean, of course, you got Bill Murray, a young Bill Murray at his peak, if you ask me. And you've got Harold Ramis as his buddy. You got John Candy in there. Oh my God. PJ Souls. That's right. PJ Souls was in there, you know, from PJ Souls from Halloween, the original Halloween movie. Not the only thing, of course. John Larroquette. Such a great cast. Such a funny movie. So here's my top 3 movies, which is actually my top 2 movies because that number 1 spot is held by 2 movies. The Jerk and, of course, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And that number 2 spot sometimes inches into the number 1 spot. Stripes, featuring Bill Murray. Whoa, those are my favorite funny movies. So let's hear about yours. Tell me what your favorite funny movies are. I'm really looking forward to hearing this. I hope I actually hear about a couple that I've never seen before, because it's always good to see something new. It expands your mind a little bit. So let's hear it, folks. What's your favorite funny movie or movies? All right, now we're going to feature a couple of posts by a couple of amazing people. One of them really amazing because she's my wonderful, beautiful wife, Wendy. So we're going to bring it up. We've got two great clips today. One's from Sue Olszewski. You know that name, my friends. Sue's always in the top posters. She posts so much good stuff. And I have featured more than one of her posts in these featured posts. So we're going to start off with Sue's. Bringing that up right now. Abso-freaking-lutely. I mean, this is my 4th cup of coffee, and I might make more coffee, my friends, because I'm tired. And it's only an hour difference, and I didn't get up at a different time. Just my normal time was adjusted by an hour. Well, I don't know why it gets me so bad. But funny and true. Thank you, Sue. Now, as I stated, my second post that I'm showing off today is from my beautiful, wonderful wife. She sent this to me, and I laughed so hard. Oh my gosh, I laughed. It's cute and deadly. Now, when I saw this post, when she sent it to me, the first comment was, "Meanwhile in Australia." And I sent it off to my friend Paul. Great guy, my friend Paul Daly. And I told him, it was titled "Meanwhile in Australia." I think he liked it. That ain't gonna scare me. I'm still coming to Australia, folks. I'm gonna pet a spider when I'm there, because I have no fear of spiders. Yeah, you're gonna hear a note. How did Lee die? Well, he pet a spider he shouldn't have pet. Oh my gosh. So thank you very much, Wendy. Wendy, I love you. Thank you, Sue. Oh, let me take that down there. Thank you, Sue Olszewski. Thank you. You're always posting amazing things, Sue. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much, both of you. Thank you to everybody for your posts. There's been more lately. It's been making me happy. Our numbers aren't going up a lot real fast, but you know what? We're getting a lot of great posts, and that's how those numbers get up there. You get a lot of action happening in the on the feed. You know, you get that funny stuff. People start liking it. And remember, if you see something on the group that makes you laugh, hit the share button. Don't copy and paste, please, because that's really going to help us out, because it's going to show up on your feed as coming from, well, I thought it was funny. And then somebody else might decide, hey, you know, I thought that was funny too. So that's a good way to get a little more traction on the site. At least I think it is. I am no pro at this. I promise I'm getting to the jokes, my friends, but I have something else I want to throw in there first. What is it? Just an idea I had, and it's not necessarily a good idea, so I am open to suggestions. I'm open to people saying, hey, that's not a good idea. Your brain's not working well this morning. It's always a possibility. I'm trying to get more people in this group. I really am. I love the 1,117 members that we have right now. Every one of you is important to me, but let's boost it. Now, I know a lot of you folks have already done this. A lot of you folks have brought a couple people over to the group, but I'm going to do another little sort of drive to get more people here and see if you can help out with this. So right now we are at 1,117 members. So let's call it 1,100. Now, get us to 2,200 members. That's twice as many as we have right now, but that's about 2 people per member of the group. And I know not everybody's going to see this, so I'm going to make another little burb to just go into the main part of the group. But if you get us to 2,200 members, I'm going to do a random drawing from all of our members for one of our shirts. It'll be a fresh new shirt coming directly from Printful, the company that makes our shirts. It won't be the one I've been wearing for the last 2 months, I promise. So I will do a draw from a shirt. It'll be random from our 2,200 members that we'll have at that point. I'm sure we can do this. So we'll draw for a shirt. But we're going to keep going, you know. We're going to want to keep these numbers going. So when we hit 4,200 members, I'm also going to do a draw for one of our hoodies. Why 4,200? Well, I'm a huge fan of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And if you don't know what that is, you won't understand the significance of the number 42. It's very important to the books. It's very important to the books, the whole storyline, the number 42. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I really suggest you read those books. They're just beautiful. Watch the mini-series. The movie's okay, but it leaves a lot out. I would say watch the mini-series if you're going to watch anything. And it's pure comedy. It's beautiful comedy. It's science fiction. I love science fiction. Just Douglas Adams. What a huge loss. What a huge loss when he passed away. But anyways, it's based on the number 42. 100 times 42, right? Well, sorry, no, that's not right. Yeah, it is right. 100 times 42. So if we hit 4,200 members, or when we hit 4,200 members, and not necessarily with this contest, because that's a lot of people to add, you know, just getting you to add a couple people. I mean, if we do, fantastic. I'm going to draw from one of our hoodies, and I'm also going to draw from one of our coffee cups. You know, a coffee cup like this. And we'll send that out to you folks. It's going to be random. We're going to do it randomly, but we'll do 2 draws at 4,200, and then we'll see what happens after that. Now, to get to 4,200 from the 2,200, of course, I'm going to have to do something else. I don't expect us to get 4,200 just because I set a contest to get us to 2,200. But we're going to do it, folks. I know we're going to get to 2,200 right away. We can do that. We can do it. We're driven people, and we're funny people, and what we share is funny and worthwhile. So let's do that. All right. So that's my idea right now. And let me know if you think it's a dumb idea, or you could do a stupid idea. That's fine. Let me know if it's not a great idea. And let me know if you've got a better idea. That's fine. I'd love to hear it. I don't think that I know everything. I don't think I even know a little bit about anything. So if you've got a better idea, please let me know, and we can always change up these plans. But in the meantime, try to get 2 people in here, get us to 2,200, and I'm going to be sending out a shirt to 1 lucky member. That's right. I know it's just a shirt, but hey, I'm not backed by anybody, so this is coming out of my pocket. So let's do that. Now, another idea I have, and this was suggested to me by a couple of members actually, is a possible rebranding. Because if you watched my video the other day, not yesterday, the day before, you'll heard me talk about there's 3 other groups out there with the name Well I Thought It Was Funny, and one of them, and they're all bogus, absolutely bogus, and they have my artwork up there. And that those douchebags, one of them has 65,000 members. And they're just feeding that garbage that they feed, like the other group turned into. So that really bothered me. So what about a rebranding? Now, I don't want to lose that Well I Thought It Was Funny. What about the new Well I Thought It Was Funny, or the real Well I Thought It Was Funny, or you know, something like that? What do you think about that idea? One thing that'll make us stand out a little bit from those other groups. I still like Dorothy. I don't want to get rid of Dorothy. I own that image of Dorothy. I took that picture on August 11th, 2012. So that's my image. It's being used by other people, but so I still want to use that. But should we change the name? Maybe just a little bit. Throw the new in front, or the real, the authentic. You know, something like that. Give me an idea. I'd love to hear it. Even if it's something completely off, Well I Thought It Was Funny, I still kind of want to keep that because I do think it is funny. But let's see what we can do. And if I do make a change, and it's based on your suggestion, I'm definitely going to let you know, my friends. I promise I'm going to let you know. And because I don't have a lot of money, I really don't. I mean, I'm not broke. I'm not destitute or anything. If we do if we do decide to do a name change or a rebranding, and we use your idea, now I will send you one of my cups. Okay, I will be happy to send one of my coffee cups. So give me your thoughts, folks. Should we do a rebranding? Should I just throw something like the new, not the new, but the real, the authentic, anything like that? I can make that change pretty easily. As long as we're under 5,000 members, it's easy to change the name of the group. So if you've got an idea, I'd like to hear it. Now, just because I don't use it doesn't mean it's not a good idea. I'm going to ruminate over this stuff because I'm pretty proud. I don't know why I'm so proud of this brand, but I am proud of the brand. I think it looks good in my twisted life. So let me know what you think, folks. If you got some ideas, if you got a better idea for a contest to get more people in the group, I want to hear it. I'm not even pretending that I know everything. So let me hear your ideas and ruminate over them. If we use them, you're going to be rooting for it. So where are we in this video? This is a weird video. Let's see. We started off normally where I tell you what time it is here, and then I tell you the date here and on the other side of the planet. Hello, Melbourne! Then I told you about my day yesterday and my day today, and then we discussed Melissa Carnahan's day. We also talked about Rose Glad and how she let me know that Hawaii does not do the time change. Just makes sense. I never thought about it though. So it's another beautiful thing about Hawaii is they don't have to worry about daylight savings time and being tired for no reason. Then after that, I asked you about your favorite funny movie or movies, and I shared mine. Those are my favorite funny movies. And then after that, we got to our featured posts, which we do every day, or we try to do every day. We had the posts from my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy Kempster, and from Sue Ocheski, one of our top posters all the time. Thank you so very much, both of you. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, send in your posts, and maybe I'll share yours. So then that got us to the part where I was talking about... Oh yeah, I was just talking about a possible contest to get more people in the group, some draws for some shirts, and a coffee cup, you know, that kind of stuff. And, and a hoodie, can't forget the hoodie, it feels so nice. So then that brought us to here. And from here, there's only one place to go. It's right to the bad jokes. Where do pencils go on vacation? Pennsylvania. I do 5 sit-ups every morning. I know that doesn't sound like much, but there's only so many times I can press the snooze button. Diarrhea Awareness Week starts Monday, runs till Friday. I got hit with freezing rain. It hurt like hell. Being cremated is my one last chance at a smoking hot body. I stole my wife's bag of coffee. I didn't realize that was grounds for divorce. Welcome back, everybody. Is not a good way to start a speech, especially when you're the best man at your buddy's second wedding. I made sure my brother's gonna inherit my bathroom scale when I die. Because where there's a will, there's a way. Why did the whale cross the ocean? To get to the other tide. What did one penguin say to the other? Nothing. He gave him the cold shoulder. Alright, once again, thank you for coming back for those jokes. Thank you for enduring those jokes. And especially thank you if you laugh at those jokes. I like doing them. It's tough. It's the toughest part of the video. But I like doing them. And thank you again to my friend David Knapp for a whole bunch of jokes. That's right. David provided me with another pile of jokes. And he did again. I noticed I got 2 emails since I compiled these jokes from David. So thank you, David. I really appreciate it. It's really helping out. As I said, I can't use every one because some of them I've already used. Some of them are a little risque there, David. I'm not saying they're not funny, but even you mentioned that they're a bit risque. And the ones that I got from David, I will let you know, actually. Let me just bring up my jokes list. And the ones I got from David this morning, I was Where Do Pencils Go on Vacation? The 5 sit-ups every day. Diarrhea Awareness. And the freezing rain. Oh, also the being cremated is my last chance for a smoking hot body joke. So I got those jokes from David. Thank you so very much. The other ones after that I got from this book that I've been going through. And like I've shown it off before. This is not a paid promotion. It's just a fun book that was a worthwhile purchase. It was $15 Canadian, and it was $15 well spent. Oh, and if you've got jokes you want me to tell, send them in at jokes@wellithoughitwas.com. That's jokes@wellithoughitwas.com. You could also leave them as a comment in one of these videos, but if you do, please tag me in that comment or else I may not see it. But yeah, send your jokes into jokes@wellithoughitwas.com or as a comment to one of these videos. And if I use it, I'll give you credit, I promise. Now, sometimes that credit is blamed because, well, they're bad jokes. But you get it. I'm not going to steal your joke. And of course, like every day, I did a penguin joke. That joke came from Penguin Cookies / Biscuits, which are in the UK. Every one of those biscuits is individually wrapped, and every one has a joke on it. I'm out of those biscuits, so I've had to Google them. So if you happen to live in the UK, or if you know someone in the UK that wants to help or be willing to help out, get in contact with me or have them get in contact with me, and I will work something out with you so you can get some of those biscuits shipped to me from the UK. Last time I bought some was from an import shop. I bought 5 packages of 6. I got 6 jokes. That's right, every package had the same jokes, so I need some more jokes, my friends. Another better idea, though, and I'm talking to you, Plattis/McVitie's. That's the company that makes these wonderful penguin biscuits. Sponsor my joke video. I do them every day. That's right, I do them every day. I always have a penguin joke in there, and I also post them to YouTube every day, and I post them to Instagram every day, and maybe I could post those jokes to TikTok. Somebody told me it was perfect TikTok material. I don't like TikTok, though, but hey, publicity's publicity, right? So, yeah, come on, McVitie's, you got your logo right there already. We'll take off that not sponsored by. I'll wear a penguin hat if I can find one for the while telling the penguin joke. We'll build something amazing. You and I, McVitie's, we can do something great. Help us grow. You're going to look fantastic, and you're going to get in early when it's really cheap. Number one, I just need some jokes, maybe some cookies, but the jokes are the most important part. And if anything, if we're talking about monetary compensation, it's going to be pretty small. I'm aware that I don't have a huge audience at the moment, but I'm also aware that this audience is growing, and it'll grow with you, my friends. That's right, McVitie's. I'm talking to you. Have your folks contact me at admin@wellithoughitwas.com. That's admin@wellithoughitwas.com. I'm waiting for your email, Plattis/McVitie's. Send it. We'll make something great happen. All right, 2 quick favors. Ask them every day. First favor, try to make somebody laugh today. When it's appropriate, if it's appropriate, and if you get a chance, try to make somebody laugh. No matter where they are, no matter what kind of day they're having, you've made that day better. Second favor, pretty much the same as the first favor, but that I want you to make somebody else laugh, and that person is you. I hope you find something today that makes you laugh, and if you have, you've done me that favor. Make somebody laugh if you can and if it's appropriate, and laugh yourself if you can. There's no switch from sad to happy, we understand that, but maybe something on the group will make you laugh. Maybe you'll see something outside, maybe you'll remember something from your past that made you laugh. Whatever it is, I hope it makes you laugh, and hey, if you want to share it with us, even better. But I hope you laugh, and I hope you make somebody laugh. That's all I'm asking, I promise you. All right, little awkward. We've got a donation page, going to make it quick. I put a lot of effort into these groups, and I think I'm going to put more effort into them going into the future because I want them to grow. If you want to help out with that, it's going to sound weird, but we have a donation page. That QR code is right there. We have a printed link right here, but we have a clickable link in our notes, in the notes of this video. That donation page link brings you to a PayPal page where you're asked for $2, $3, or $5 if you can afford it. You're asked for nothing if you can't afford it, my friends. But $2, $3, or $5, now those are Canadian dollars. So if you're in the States, that $2 is like like $1.67 or something like that. And that $3 is not $3, it's like $2.70 or something like that. You see how it works. Your dollar's worth more than ours, so you're actually paying less than what those numbers you see on the page. So if you do want to help us out, click that link and donate your pocket change. Pretty much it is pocket change we're asking for. It will help, my friends. And of course, we will acknowledge your donation on the group. We're going to let people know that you were amazing and donated to us. And 50% of all donations from the 21st of February going forward, so it's been a bit, we only have $7, but still, 50% of any and all donations will go towards the Calgary SPCA. Along the same lines, we've got a store. We've got a great little store. And that store, what do we have? We've got some coffee cups, some fantastic coffee cups. We've got some t-shirts. We've got a hoodie, a fantastic hoodie. We have you know what we have? I'm going to show it off. I always show it off. We've got a tote bag. That's right. We've got a fantastic tote bag. Take a look at Rose Glad with her tote bag. It's a canvas bag with a great print on it. Of course, our print on it. And you know what? Rose said that not only is it good for groceries, for hauling books, it's also great for carrying around your rubber chickens. My friends, that's the kind of endorsement you want on a site that deals with funny things. Thank you so very much, Rose. I show it every day. I love that picture. You rock, Rose. So yeah, we've got that. We've got iPhone cases. We do have ladies' high-waisted panties. Looks like we only have those in small right now. I've been asked by somebody if we can get them in other sizes. I'm going to do that this afternoon if it's possible. So we have that. We've got a whole schwack of things in the store. Check it out. That link, of course, is up there. We have a link down below, but you can click the link that's in our notes. Let us know what you think. I heard from Sue Ocheski that she ordered our 3/4 sleeve rock shirt. Now, I don't see who orders, but I do see the progress of orders. So that should be there on March 14th, which is this Friday, according to our the shipping on that. It doesn't show me who purchased them, but Sue let me know that she purchased the shirt. I'm looking forward to getting your input on that, Sue. I hope you like it. Let us know. So yeah, folks, if you wanna help us out, you got the donation page there. If you wanna show off the brand, and I think it looks great, check out our store for the shirts, the coffee cup, the hoodie, the phone case, the tote bag, the panties. Sorry. We have a great store. We got some great products, and they're gonna look good on you because you're beautiful people, my friends. All right, you know what? It is time to start wrapping up this video that is getting too long. We've done the spiels, I appreciate you sitting through them if you're even still here. Once again, those shirts look great. But yeah, we've done the spiels, and I appreciate you sitting through those. I'm glad you sat through those bad jokes. They're fantastic. Fantastically bad. You're fantastic, though. Yeah, folks, we're wrapping up is what we're doing here because I started to repeat myself. First repetition, 1,100 folks in here. That's a nice sized village. Funniest village on the internet. Population, you and I, my friends. What a funny place to live, eh? And, another repetition is you're awesome. You folks are awesome. You helped us build this group. You're going to help us make this group bigger than it already is. But we're in a good place right now because we've got such good members, and you folks have been sharing great stuff. And I was really happy to wake up this morning and be busy with the queue. It's been a little while since I've been busy with the queue, where it's like more than 15 or 16. It was a nice feeling, It's bringing me back the feelings of the pre-February 21st fiasco. So that's awesome. We got that little contest going, and if you think that contest is a dumb contest, let me know. And that is try to get 2 people in the group, and when we get to 2,200 members, I'm going to give away a shirt. We get to 4,200 members, which will probably need another impetus or another thing to do to get going. I'm going to give away a hoodie and a coffee cup. That's 2 people. One person's going to get the hoodie, one person can get the coffee cup. If you've got better ideas or any ideas as to how we can make the group grow, I want to hear them. I'd love to hear them. You could email me at that admin@wellithoughitwas.com, or you could just leave a comment on the video or any one of these videos. If you tag me, I'm going to see it, I promise. And maybe if you leave it as a comment, some other people can maybe shoot ideas back and forth. We can get a little bit of we'll get a bunch of ideas together, actually. I can't remember the term I was looking for. So yeah, get a bunch of brains working together in the same place. Brainstorm. We will get some brainstorming. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, folks. So yes, we'll get some brainstorming on what we can do to increase the membership here. Don't get me wrong, though, folks. I appreciate every single one of you. Every 1,117 of you. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for being here, my friends. And you know what? I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I promise I will be. And I'm pretty sure that I know a few of you are going to be here tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a few new people with us. I hope you have a fantastic day, my friends. I'm looking forward to seeing all your great posts during the day. We're going to see you again tomorrow. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.
That was funny.